Well, hello there guys, and welcome to Pike and Shot Campaigns. This is of course the updated version of Pike and Shot, in which we actually get to go ahead and lead a campaign and lead Europe, or in this case, any particular European country, to victory during the 30 Years' War, during the English Civil War, a ton of different wars. Now today we're going to be focusing on Gustavus Adolphus. The eruption of King Gustavus Adolphus of Sweden onto the stage of the 30 Years' War and his defeat of Marshal Tilly at Breitenfeld last year have revealed the deficiencies of the Catholic military organization. Following their defeat, the Catholic armies have been reorganized to more closely to the Swedish model. So here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump into Gustavus Adolphus. I'm sure my major hero in Swedish history. Alright, of course we're going to take Swedish. Now, you could choose something besides automatic for starters, but I'm going to go ahead and go with automatic. The PC or AI does a pretty good job at setting up, and I can obviously change things up once we get to the battle screen. So here we go. Welcome to the campaign, Your Majesty. Your objective is to capture the imperialist-held provinces and defeat their armies until their leaders accept freedom of worship and renounce the Catholic Church's claim on former church lands. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead, guys. Now, a lot of new things in the campaign. One of the things you probably already noticed almost immediately is the fact that there is an actual map that we can control. So one thing I'm going to do is we can actually start to combine forces. This is really useful, as you can imagine. Let's go ahead. We're combining these forces and combining armies. And now let's try to move into Franconia. Sadly, we cannot go in there right now, so we're going to have to wait. Let's take a look here. Once again, a slight Catholic advantage here on this particular land in Saxony. I'm thinking maybe I'll go ahead and make a second large army. But again, if you do this too much, the enemy will slowly catch on. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. The enemy actually ran away. Awesome. So we're going to move our second army here into Franconia. And it looks that battle has been joined. Awesome. Unfortunately, once battle is engaged, you can now not move anyone here. Now, the Catholics have a slight advantage, but we're going to go to battle as Gustavus Adolphus. And, of course, we will start the battle and get right into the action. Okay, here we go, guys. The battle has been joined in Franconia. And as you can see in the Pike and Shot campaigns, the really cool thing is each individual battle has its own name, has its own location, and you can sort of recreate your own massive epic battles in the game. So here we go. The enemy are upon us before all our forces are fully assembled. So unfortunately, we didn't even get time to set up. That's how quickly the enemy actually charged. And we have to hope that the enemy front line, okay, there's the enemy front line, is reachable. We're going to go ahead and start moving up. And since these guys are so far forward already, I'm going to go ahead and start focusing on that as a line. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll start the turn now. And I do hope that the enemy moves first, because I'd like to see them. I'd like to have an idea of where they are. And actually, I forgot to move one of those cavalry units. I'm sorry, cavalry! Alright, this is the melee phase. Okay, there we go. The Catholics are upon us, and as you can see, that Imperial army is daunting. They are coming with quite a few pikemen, and they could certainly do a lot of damage here, as you can see. So right now I'm going to have to use that cavalry as best I can, as sort of a shield against this incredibly dangerous Imperial force. And hopefully, if we don't beat them this turn, we can at least beat them next turn. Or next battle, I should say. Alright, here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and start moving our cavalry up. I'm going to go off and do my right-left flank charge, as I usually do in certain battles. It's won me a lot of battles where, well, in Pike and Shot at least, where I didn't think I was going to be able to win. So we're going to go ahead and move up here. Let's move this guy up. Can we open fire yet? No, we're just out of range. Move this guy up. We'll move our cannons up. Actually, we'll unlimber our cannons here. I don't mind unlimbering them here. That's fine. Let's move these guys up as well. Some commanded shot, perhaps, and some more commanded shot, just because. We're not moving them up all the way. We're actually being quite cautious, because since the enemy outnumbers us, I want to approach this cautiously. I want to fight well, and I don't think with this major force of enemy troops that we have a chance at victory, but at least we can damage the enemy as much as possible. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, here we go. They're moving up with some of their artillery, and hopefully if they get themselves into a sort of a central position here on the road, maybe we can trick them into charging and we can actually get some cool kills. All right, let's take a look here. Wow, a tremendous amount of Imperial cavalry on the way, and I don't see how we could possibly win this. We're just way too outnumbered, unfortunately. All right, residual shooting phase. Still no shooting, guys. So we're still trying to meet up and go to battle. I'm going to go ahead and continue over here. I'll actually start charging forward with this cavalry unit. And there we go. The enemy's finally reacted to one of our men by shooting at him. So that is the first shot of the battle. First blood to the Catholics. Quite interesting there. We're going to go ahead and move up here. And we'll do the same with this cavalry unit. We're going to move over there to the right side. Now, as for these pike and shot units, we're going to go ahead and move up, and we will open fire on the same enemy. Just because I want to keep constant fire on him if I can, try to force him to retreat. In this case, we can't spot that guy, but we can certainly spot that guy. So we'll go ahead and move up, and I'd certainly like to turn the right way. There we go. Boom, another hit. Quite a lot of shots there, and let's move up the commanded shot. Now, this is not a pike unit, but believe it or not, I've seen it perform extraordinarily well against cavalry. So let's go ahead, move this guy. There we go. All right, and a nasty little barrage from the enemy as well. I mean, they're not going to let us get away with this. We're just a puny, tiny little Swedish army, and hopefully we can get our revenge later, but for now, we just have to try to stay alive. So there we go. Let's go ahead and end our turn. It's now the residual shooting phase, melee phase, and now it is the Catholic turn. And once again, they're opening fire there. Charging pretty quickly, and there we go. We're returning fire. We're not going to allow them to do that. That's just ridiculous. And actually, we've gotten some pretty good hits on them. Unfortunately, our units are now becoming disrupted, as you can probably imagine, facing this huge Imperial army. So let's go ahead. Oh dear. Here we go, a major charge into impact, and our unit has broken. Now the enemy is through, and they are going to chase us straight to hell. This is not good, and this is exactly how battles are lost. Now, since the enemy is basically hitting us from the side, there's a lot of power behind that smash, and we are probably going to break and run very, very soon. Here's a residual shooting phase. It's our residual shooting phase, so let's hope that we get some kills. Sadly, no. There we go. That little battle's going to occur. And indecisive, obviously. All right, Swedish turn. Beautiful. This is where I like to test my mettle and see if we can't beat the Catholic foe. So we're going to go ahead. We're opening fire. If we can charge, I will. I'm going to see here. Yes, we will definitely charge. We're impacting the enemy. And this should work out fairly well for us, I like to think. We'll move up a little bit more. We could also try to charge that light gun, but I don't think I want to do that. So let's move up. Oh, nasty little shot there. Open fire on that unit. We'll do the same once again. We will open fire. We must raise the flag for Gustavus. In this case, we're going to go ahead and turn our horses this way. This guy as well. Alright, and there's really nothing really we can do from here. We've done everything. Let's go ahead. Let's end the turn. First, we'll go ahead and fire off our cannon, just for posterity's sake, and we shall end the turn. All right, nice little melee fight there, indecisive, but you know they're definitely putting in a nice, healthy fight, as it were. And we still have our cavalry over here. I'm hoping they can work a miracle here. There we go. The enemy's charges, and look at that. Oh, they charged right into our spearmen, fragmenting them. You can just imagine the crunch of pikes against that armor, and unfortunately our men are going to have to pull back. 46 down. That is a nasty, nasty hit. All right, here we go. Oh, dear. Okay, indecisive, of course. The enemy's continuing to attack. And there we go. They're really trying to stop our cavalry assault, as you can see. They're doing everything they can to charge. And sure enough, Gustavus Adolphus was pretty amazing on the cavalry charge. So I kind of can accept their tactics there. Anyway, guys, this is kind of more of a first look than a campaign. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first look of Pike and Shot campaigns, and if you'd like me to do a campaign on the game, which I would love to, make sure to let me know down below in the comments what kind of campaign you'd like me to do, who you'd like me to play as, etc. To be quite honest with you, I wouldn't mind playing as Gustavus Adolphus. He's pretty awesome, and it certainly gives us a lot of interesting battles to test our mettle. So I'm going to go ahead here really quickly to my Swedish turn, and I'm just going to see if I can get one final shot off here at the enemy. So let's just shoot. And we'll also try to get a charge off. Unfortunately, we cannot charge with our commanded shot unit, but maybe one day we'll be able to. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like to see more Pike and Shot campaigns action, and this time we can actually do a real campaign. Take care. Have a great day.